Hi there. In this lesson, we're going to focus mainly on perimeter. But perimeter is a topic within a kind of larger part of maths called geometry. Geometry is the study of shapes and their properties. Geo meaning kind of earth, like from geography, and metry, measure. So earth measure, if you like. Okay, so there's a few things in geometry, perimeter, area and volume, that are kind of at this level. Again, we're going to concentrate on perimeter first. Now, I've just put a couple of things, shapes you find in real life, and if you look around, you'll see loads of different shapes in your house, outside in the street, in architecture, famous architecture, um, lots of different vehicles, planes, trains, whatever. There's loads of shapes everywhere, and they usually have to be constructed by architects or engineers that know about these things. Right, let's have a look at what perimeter is first. So the perimeter of a shape is basically the distance round the outside of the shape, the total distance. I remember being in the athletics club and they would get us to do perimeters as a warm-up of this big field, and you had to run all the way around the field and back to the start like a few times. So you have to go all the way around the shape, not halfway around, not a wee bit round, all the way around the shape. So I've got a simple shape here in front of us with some measurements on them. Now I've got this wee guy here, and he's going to walk all the way around. So the perimeter is going to go all along the red bit, and then he's going to go up the orange bit, along the top and back to the start. So if we're trying to get the total distance here, and each one's in meters, then all I have to do is add them all up. So you just have to write sum perimeter equals 12, or 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 12. It doesn't really matter where you start. And then add them all up, and you'll get 27 meters as your answer. Now, it's really important to go all the way around, and if you do need to set an upstairs downstairs sum down, then that's also fine. Okay, let's finish this kind of section off of working out the perimeter of a square and a rectangle, and then finally a triangle. Okay, so if we've got a square here, we know that all the sides in a square are exactly the same. The problem that some people do in this kind of part here is, because there's only two sides with numbers, they would go down here and along here and say, well, it's 4 plus 4, which makes 8. But they forget you have to go all the way around the shape. You have to go back up, which is another 4, and back along another 4. So just be careful you go all the way around the shape. So it's 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Or you could do 4 add 4 and double it. That would also work. But 16 centimetres. And remember, please, to include your units. I always think it's sometimes very lazy to just leave units out and think they're not important. And the way I think about it, if you had a joiner come around to your house and you got the measurements wrong, you tried to make your door in centimetres instead of meters, or millimetres instead of meters, then you'd have a bit of a problem there. So units are very important. Make sure you put them in. Right, on to this next one. So we've got a rectangle here, but we've only got two sides on the rectangle. But we know in a rectangle, opposite sides are the same size, like 8 here and 8 there and 4 there and 4 there. So make sure you don't just do 4 plus 8. You've got to go all the way around the shape, back up, and then back to the start. So just add them all up, and then get your answer of 24 centimetres. Again, you could do 8 plus 4, get 12 and double it. That also works. Okay, last shape is a triangle. It just works exactly the same. We don't have this thing where the opposite sides are the same anymore, but we still go around the shape. So if we take a wee person and we go all the way around the shape, along the 7, up the 8, and back down the 4 to finish off. So just an easy add, 8 and 7 add 4, in any order you like, and it comes to 19 centimetres. So remember, if you've got decimal lengths, it might be easier to do an upstairs, downstairs sum. Sometimes that people find that a wee bit easier. I've got one here if you like. To get the perimeter of this, you could do 8.9 plus 4.3 plus 8.9 plus 4.3, or you could do 8.9 plus 4.3 and double that answer of 13.2. It's going to give you 26.4, isn't it? Or you could do like a big upstairs, downstairs sum, and that would also work, and it would give you the 26.4. Just 9 and 9 is 18, add the 3 and 3, you're going to get 24, so put your 4, carry your 2, 8 and 8, 4 and 4 gives you 24, add the 2 and you'll get the 26. So use that if you need to.